If it's not in writing, it didn't happen goes both ways. My new manager is one of those people who absolutely has to be in control. Even when I'm exceeding every scorecard measure and keeping my head down, she still pulls me into meetings to discuss minor issues. Recently, she called me in to talk about being late to work. The protocol is to call in and submit a schedule adjustment request when we arrive. I had done both, but instead of leaving it at that, she insisted I call her and explain why I was late. I told her that wasn't the process, but she insisted on making a new one. So now, I call her at 6 a.m. on her day off to let her know if I'm going to be late. She even held a meeting to discuss my scorecard, which was 99 out of 100, with a target of 50. She had to point out the one point I missed. Complaints have been raised to her manager. After an incident where she claimed, if it's not in writing, it didn't happen, I started asking for everything in writing and repeated her mantra back to her whenever she claimed to have told me something. Last week, she asked me to see her after my call. I walked over, but she wasn't there, so I went back to my desk. When she asked why I didn't wait, I reminded her that she had put in writing that I wasn't to spend more than 1 minute waiting for her. This happened 3 more times before my shift ended. Each time, I documented everything in chat. When she messaged me to ask what time I finished, I told her it was 2 minutes prior. She suggested we catch up now, but I told her my shift was over and asked if she would approve overtime for an out-of-hours meeting. She told me not to be silly and that it would only take 10 minutes. I refused, saying that if I wasn't getting paid, we could do it tomorrow during my shift. I could tell she was frustrated. Then she tried one of her tactics from a previous job. If you'd like to go home now, I can always make it a formal meeting. A formal meeting where I work means a meeting with HR, documented on your record for misconduct. I calmly replied, not a problem. Make it a formal meeting. Ensure I have 24 hours notice. Send a formal invite, and I will bring a support person with me. I logged out and left, but not before taking screenshots and saving the chat logs. The next day, she called my bluff and scheduled the meeting. I sent the details to my union rep, who came in on the day. HR opened with, so we're here today to discuss some concerns. Your team leader asked you to attend an off-the-cuff catch-up 3 times, and for some reason, you refused. I clarified what really happened. My manager claimed otherwise, but I repeated her mantra, if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. I then provided evidence, her demands for written communication, my timestamps, my call logs, and her messages. My union rep smiled and asked HR if they believed employees should attend unpaid meetings, and if misconduct investigations were a good use of resources if they refused. HR admitted there may have been a miscommunication and said I could return to work. I made sure to get in writing that I was not accused of any misconduct and had been cleared of any false accusations, with nothing documented on my staff file. Yesterday, my team was informed that our team leader had decided to pursue opportunities outside the company, and we would be getting a new manager.